Okay, talking more about Kundalini awakening or having a spiritual awakening. When you're having a spiritual awakening, a lot of the things I mentioned in other videos can happen. But another thing that can happen is you can start to feel a sense of destiny, or maybe you start to reawaken that feeling of destiny that you had when you were a child. So maybe there was something that when you were young, you really wanted to do, but as you got older, life beat it out of you and you stopped wanting to do it because it just didn't seem realistic, or people told you that it was stupid, or you just like lost your interest in it through depression or bad experiences in life, or just like having to have a job. But maybe you start to have that reawakening of that desire of doing those things again that you wanted to do when you were young. It can also be like the inclination to do something suddenly, like a déclic, like an aha moment. I suddenly feel like I want to quit my job and become a writer. Well, maybe that's just something that you are suddenly activating through a spiritual experience. You are coming to terms with your potential and your reason for being here. So maybe that feeling is part of your spiritual awakening or your Kundalini awakening, and maybe you are starting to feel your destiny because you're moving further on that path of your spiritual evolution. Miracles can happen. So maybe money manifests, people are healed, you get a job that you didn't expect to get, you have an opportunity to move somewhere that you didn't think you'd be able to move. Maybe you get to do something you didn't think you'd be able to do. Maybe you are achieving goals you didn't think you'd be able to achieve, or someone helped you out of the blue that you didn't think could help you. There are also sometimes feelings of synchronicity. So maybe you're thinking, I want to get a book. I'm really interested in reading a book. And then suddenly you go to a cafe and there's a book there, and the cafe person that works there says, someone left this here and it's been here for a week and nobody wants it. Do you want it? No one's come back to claim it. And you look at this book and this is about something that you've always wanted to learn about. Or maybe someone says to you, like, oh, I've been really wanting to go to this one restaurant, and it's like the same restaurant that you've been wanting to go to. Or maybe you run into someone that you've been thinking about. There are these synchronistic moments where we start to feel in flow with the universe, and things feel like they are happening completely purposefully because there is some reason that it was meant to happen. And it can also be called a coincidence, but when a coincidence isn't a coincidence anymore and it's something that was meant to happen and it has purpose in your life, it's actually not a coincidence, it's synchronicity. And that can increase when you're experiencing a spiritual awakening also.